I got my son right here.
Okay.
Special delivery too. He was
Big Lack.
How you doing, Wayne?
Big Stone. Everything good?
my bad. Look,
Got the whole family here.
I gotta ask, ladies, I got y'all up here. So when you kiss a girl, right? Do they
I'm not a person he
break her
kissed.
feet? I got y'all up here. So when you kiss a girl, right? Do they
I'm not a person he
break her
kissed.
feet?
That's how I roll. That's nobody else, man. We roll like that.
Okay, now.
Ain't no freak.
Okay.
We just roll like that.
I was at 11. I got when I was 11, Twist. And I loved it. I'm gonna do you like baby them did me. Yeah. I'll never forget that day. Yeah, no, they was all in the kitchen. I was scared. It was cool. It was about this many too. And I never forget the word. Suck Lil Wayne. I was a different man after that. I was Lil Wayne. After that.
Yeah, Birdman he f me in the ass for the deal. I'm gonna be real. Birdman f me for the deal, man. I suck Birdman. I f Bird for the deal.
So in this video, I'm going to be exposing Birdman and Lil Wayne because they have a very sus relationship. As you guys can see right here, Lil Wayne is kissing Birdman in front of all these men. So in this video, I'll be exposing the zesty agenda that they're pushing with this. And I'm also going to be exposing Birdman's other characters. So let's get right into it. Not only is this picture very sus, but he also has this other picture where he's pulling down Lil Wayne's sweats. And he's smiling while he's pulling them down too. And Lil Wayne is pulling up his shirt. So this is a very weird photo as well. So Lil Wayne's nickname is Weezy. And as you guys can see, Weezy and this fruity word both have the same gematria of 15. So this shows that this character was created to push this fruity agenda. And there's so many sus pictures of Birdman and Lil Wayne. Here's more where Birdman is holding Lil Wayne from the back. There's even this video where he's holding him from the back and he keeps pushing up against him. And if you notice in this picture, Birdman is the only one with his hands around Lil Wayne. None of the other guys have their hands around anybody else. So it's clear that these two characters have a very nasty relationship and they're pushing this agenda to normalize it. And part of the way they normalize it is by making it into jokes and memes, like this one for example, because then people just laugh it off. So not only did Birdman kiss Lil Wayne in that picture, but there's also 2 other videos where he's kissing him on the lips. Check this out.
Don't see them, they big and they swole.
So when you kiss, I gotta ask, ladies, I got y'all up here. So when you kiss a girl, right? Do they
I'm not a person he
break her
kissed.
feet?
That's how I roll. That's nobody else, man. We roll like that.
Okay, now.
Ain't no freak.
Okay.
We just roll like that. That's my son. I raised him, you heard?
I'm gonna lead out with the low.
In our family, Mickey, Wayne, you know, and the Cash Money family, the way we all, you know, the way we always roll.
That's the faith. Okay.
I got my son right here.
Okay.
Special delivery too. He was a special delivery.
You all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Big Lack.
How you doing, Wayne?
Big Stone. Everything good?
My bad. Look,
Got the whole family here. Now wait, tell me about the wipe it down. Can I
I
get
mean, we just fly, dog, so we feel like, you know, it's big pepper, big thing, so we wipe each other down. Instead of giving that, we just keep it fly, you know what I'm saying?
Wipe them down.
That's how we feel.
Toes. That's the new craze. You gotta wipe them down, you heard?
We fly like
Wayne
that.
out next?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Notice in that first video, the girl questioned Birdman and she asked if he kissed a girl. And Lil Wayne said that he's the only person he kisses.
So when you kiss a girl, right? Do they
I'm not a person he
break her
kissed.
feet?
That's how I roll.
And in that second video, I don't even have to say anything about that. Lil Wayne just directly kissed him on the lips. And it was so loud you could even hear it.
Everything good?
My bad. Look.
And then they started talking about wiping me down, which sounds very nasty as well. Another weird thing about Birdman and Lil Wayne's relationship is Birdman met Lil Wayne when he was only 8 years old. And then 4 years later, Birdman adopted Lil Wayne and signed him to Cash Money Records in 1995. So this is very weird because Birdman was 26 years old when he signed Lil Wayne, who was 12 years old. So really think about how weird that is. This grown man is twice the age of Lil Wayne, and he's adopting him and signing him at such a young age. This shows that not only are these characters on the world stage, but they're very nasty and pushing this agenda. Here's a video of Birdman trying to explain why he kisses Lil Wayne.
A while back, there was a situation where you and Wayne had like a kiss thing going on.
Facts.
So yeah, so like they wanted to know like what the deal was with that.
First of all, my own born son,
Yes.
I would kiss him.
Right.
I know you got a child, you probably kiss him. You probably got a son and you kiss him.
Yeah.
You heard me? I always looked at Wayne as my son, and I always looked at it like, because I was in the streets, and I thought this might be the last time they ever see me.
Damn.
Because I was living like that.
Right.
So I was like, that's what that shit really started from. Because I thought that every night I leave, I might not never come back.
Yeah.
And I always today look at Wayne as my child. I was his father when he didn't have a father. And I love him like my own, and I give my life for him, and I'll take a life for him.
So all he was able to say is that he thinks it's not a big deal because he adopted Lil Wayne, so he sees him as a son. But in reality, that's not his son. You know, he's not related to Lil Wayne at all. And even if he was, it's still nasty to kiss another grown man on the lips. And if he was kissing Lil Wayne when he adopted him as a child, that's weird too, because Lil Wayne is not his biological son. And what he didn't explain in that video is the other nasty things that he has done to Lil Wayne at such a young age. Here's another video of Lil Wayne talking about the other nasty things he did.
Oh, yeah, it's what?
15.
Yeah.
Huh?
You bet I'm on the real. Because I'm the real. He said, yeah, I was at 11. I got when I was 11, Twist. And I loved it. I ain't never pressed charges. I'm going to do you like baby them did me. Yeah. I'll never forget that day. Yeah, no, they was all in the kitchen. I was scared. It was cool. There was about this many too. And I never forget the word. Suck Lil Wayne. Yeah, I was sitting on the couch. Everybody in that. Suck Lil Wayne. You don't understand. I was a different man after that. I was Lil Wayne. After that, yeah.
And the weird thing about that video is he didn't really explain if it was a boy or girl. So Lil Wayne basically admitted in that video that him and Birdman are not straight. And you could really tell by the way he described that story. You know, he said that there was a bunch of grown men in the room and Birdman told someone to suck Lil Wayne's lil. And he was only 11 years old doing this in front of all these grown men. So not only are they not straight, but they're pushing this P agenda. You know, I can't say the word, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Because Birdman is a predator, and you can tell because he loves being with young boys. Why was he so close to Lil Wayne at 8 years old? And you can tell he likes young boys because he even hung around NBA Youngboy, and his name is literally Youngboy. And as you guys can see, they have multiple music videos together. And we already know Youngboy is not straight. I made a video about that a couple months ago on my second channel. I'll put a link to that video in the description. But what makes this situation even weirder is that Birdman was around NBA Youngboy in 2018. As you guys can see, the first music video they did together was on January 6, 2018. And the weird thing about this is NBA Youngboy was only 18 years old when they did this video. And Birdman was 49 years old. So really think about how weird this is that this 49-year-old man is with this 18-year-old kid. Even though he's considered an adult legally at 18 years old, it's still weird. You know, the word teen is still in 18. And overall, it's just weird because Birdman is 31 years older than NBA Youngboy. So that just makes this even weirder. And there's so many other young boys that Birdman has been around. There's no context to this picture right here, but we can easily tell that something weird is going on because Birdman is with this young boy and it looks like they're in a shower somewhere. So that's a very nasty picture. And then there's this other rapper that claims he slept with Birdman for his deal.
Yeah, a lot of take because I'm in motherfucking rich gang. You keep trying to test me. Y'all keep trying to test me. Keep trying to see if I'm under the 5. But anyway, yeah, I was on media takeout on World Star. Yeah, Birdman me. He me in the ass for the deal. I'm gonna be real. Birdman me for the deal, man. I suck Birdman. Rich face. She over there dying. I fuck rich I fuck Bird for the deal.
And another strange thing about this character is that his original name was just Baby, and nowadays we see that there's so many other rappers with the name Baby now, so this is a very recycled name, and there's an agenda behind this because why are grown men calling themselves Baby? And if you guys are interested in my videos about Lil Baby and Dababy, you guys can go check those out. I'll put a link to those in the description. Not only does Birdman have a strange relationship with Lil Wayne, but he also has many other sus videos. Here's a video of Diddy kissing him on the head.
Yeah, OG. But at the end of the day, we in the Star One, and we in his mansion. It's one of many. He don't know.
Here's a video of BG talking about Lil Wayne and Birdman's weird relationship.
You know, I can understand, you know what I'm saying? You know, baby being able to get Wayne to do that, you know what I'm saying? Because I was brainwashed at one time, you know what I'm saying? I would have did anything that said do. I probably wouldn't have went that far. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have been like, you know, what you tripping off or whatever, but you know, Shorty ain't don't know no better, you know what I'm saying? Whole thing. He don't know no better though. I mean, you know, what could I say? What could I say? I'm trying to give him some credit. At least I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, say he ain't know no better.
And it's ironic that BG is talking about this because many people were calling him out for being zesty in this video right here.
Hey, this is how we do it. Fresh, hair fresh.
Fresh to death.
Yeah,
I'm ready, huh?
Yeah, you ready, baby?
I'm ready for prime time.
You ready?
I'm ready for my viral moment.
And the way he's hugging Birdman is a little too much in this picture right here. So now let's talk about Birdman's base character. As you guys can see, Birdman looks a lot like Bill Cosby because Birdman's character was based off of Bill Cosby. And a lot of people don't understand what I mean by that. I explained it in my LeBron James video, but some of you guys are still confused. So what that means is when they were creating this Birdman character, they got many features from Bill Cosby and they inputted them in this Birdman character. And his nose is a big feature that he got from Bill Cosby because they both have the same nose and a very similar smile as well. And shout out to Divine Sade because she made a really good video about this 7 months ago. I'll put a link to that video in the description. So yeah, this one is really obvious. And I think the biggest connection here is not only do these two characters look so much alike, but their careers are very similar because they're both known for being predators. Right here we see Birdman being a predator, and Bill Cosby has been accused by over 60 women, and he was found guilty for being a predator in 2018. An interesting connection between Bill Cosby's career and Birdman's character. Bill Cosby was accused by a woman in 1969, and that's a big connection because Birdman was born in 1969. And Bill equals 69, and Illuminati also equals 69. So this shows that Birdman was born in 1969 for a reason, and it was all scripted because his other character, Bill, equals 69 in Gematria. So these characters have so many connections. Their names are also connected in Gematria. So Birdman's full name is Brian Christopher Williams. Brian Christopher Williams and Bill Cosby have the same Gematria of 144. And the big connection here is that Birdman's last name is Williams and Bill Cosby's real name is William. So both of these characters have William in their name. And on top of that, Birdman and William, which is Bill Cosby's first name, have the same Gematria in 2 ciphers. They both equal 34 and 47. Now let's talk about how Bill Cosby and Birdman are very scripted with death. So one of these characters is most likely going to fake their death. As you guys can see, Kill and Bill have the same Gematria, and there's even a movie called Kill Bill, and now we see why, because these 2 words have the same Gematria. And a lot of people don't know that he's still alive. A lot of people think he's actually dead already, because if you type in "is Bill Cosby," the first search result says "is Bill Cosby still alive?" and "is Bill Cosby still living?" And a lot of people don't like him, so I know when he fakes his death, people are going to be happy about it, which is something they like to do, like how they did with Kevin Samuels. So another reason why I believe this character is going to fake his death is because he has many Coca-Cola commercials. Here's 2 of them that I found. And this is an obvious connection because there's been so many death fakers that promoted Coca-Cola before they died. Here we have Lisa Left Eye Lopez, Tupac, Michael Jackson, Selena, Elvis, Marilyn Monroe, Nipsey Hussle, and Eazy-E. And there's so many more. Shout out to Divine Sade because she pointed this out, and many more death fakers that have been connected to Coca-Cola. And the nail in the coffin with this is the fact that Bill Cosby's first name, William, matches up with Birdman and murder. They all equal 34 in the reduction cipher. So both of these characters are directly connected to death, and it's probably because one of them is going to fake their death or somebody around them is going to die. Now let's move on to the next character that was made from Birdman's character. So first they made Bill Cosby, then they made Birdman based off of Bill Cosby, and then they made DJ Paul based off of Birdman. As you guys can see, Birdman and DJ Paul look exactly alike right here. And this one is very obvious because these 2 characters look so much alike and they sound alike as well. And they also have the same gematria. As you guys can see, Birdman and DJ Paul both equal 30 in the same cipher. Another connection is DJ Paul and Birdman are both part of a rap group. So DJ Paul is a part of 3-6 Mafia and Birdman is a part of Big Tymers and Cash Money Millionaires. Also, DJ Paul has this picture with Lil Wayne, and this is a huge connection because Birdman adopted Lil Wayne, and now we see his other character with Lil Wayne. And DJ Paul also has a video talking about Lil Wayne and Birdman, so that's a direct connection right there. And since Bill Cosby is the base character, it makes sense that DJ Paul would be connected to Cosby as well. As you guys can see, they have the same gematria in 2 ciphers, and their birthdays are very similar as well. Bill Cosby was born on July 12, and DJ Paul's birthday is January 12. And his real name is Paul Beauregard. I believe that's how you pronounce that. His real name matches up with Bill Cosby's real name in 2 ciphers. Now let's talk about how DJ Paul is also connected to death. As you guys can see, Paul and Dead have the same gematria. And DJ Paul's real name matches up with scripted death. And like I said, this could be because DJ Paul is going to fake his death. Or it could be because there's been so many death fakers surrounding DJ Paul, and there might be more considering how much he's connected to scripted death. So the most recent death faker around DJ Paul was Gangsta Boo. She died on the first day of 2023, and I found an interesting connection. With Gangsta Boo and her other character, because if you guys didn't know, Gangsta Boo's other character is Lil Yachty. And here's a tweet from DJ Paul telling Lil Yachty happy birthday, and Lil Yachty responded. So as you guys can see, it's very obvious that Gangsta Boo is Lil Yachty. She also looks like their other character Mase as well. So you guys can go watch my video about that. The link is in the description. Another death faker around DJ Paul is his nephew Lord Infamous that died at age 40. And it's very weird because this character died in his sleep, and there's no explanation as to how he died. And as you guys can see, here he is with Lord Infamous, and he's wearing a 666 hat. And this is not a coincidence because his real name equals 666 in gematria. And the name of the group is 3-6 Mafia, which is literally 3 sixes, like 666. And 666 is a number that they use a lot because 666 is low vibrational, and these characters promote low vibrational things constantly in the media. So this is why he has 666 on his hat. And the reason why people say 666 is the number of the devil, because the devil represents a very low vibrational being. So when they talk about worshiping the devil, they're just saying that they're a low vibrational being. Here's a video I found of Gangsta Boo talking about how 3-6 Mafia is satanic.
But yeah, no, we wasn't like no damn devil worshippers. We definitely had a dark side and was into a lot of interesting, mysterious, mystique things.
Right.
But no, I never, I never been to a cult meeting with people dripping blood off their teeth and dressing all black.
You never got the offers?
I would be so scared. No.
I bet you would have some
That
fans
shit
that would be
freaky
like,
as shit, bro.
come to our satanic
Yeah,
ritual.
no, real talk. On God, like I bet. But no, I never been approached like that. I'm so happy.
That's
Thank
probably
God.
good, yeah.
They might have had, but not me.
Okay. But so, all right.
They might have had, but not me.
Birdman has a very strange tattoo on his head. As you guys can see, he has a inverted pentagram on his head. And here's an interesting picture I found of Bill Cosby wearing a shirt that says hello friend. And notice how the word hell is in hello and the word end is in friend. So everything they wear is for a reason. There's always subliminal programming in the things that they do. And this is why he's doing symbolism as well. So Birdman's name is very interesting because the idea of a Birdman has been shown in many ancient civilizations. Here we see Birdman in Javanese and Mayan civilizations. Here's some more of Birdman statues in Bolivia, Cambodia, India, Nicaragua, Mexico, Peru, Egypt, America, Rapa Nui, and Tibet. And the Egyptian god Ra had a falcon head, and the Egyptian god Horus was also a man with a falcon head as well. So this is where the term Birdman comes from. And they've recycled this so many times. There's a cartoon called Birdman and the Galaxy Trio. And then they made a movie called Birdman as well with this fake superhero. And here we see Ecuadorian and Mesopotamian civilizations with the same exact pictures of this Birdman. And it's not a coincidence because these two civilizations are 8,000 miles apart. And I found it interesting that if you zoom in on the picture, you can see that the Birdman has a watch on. This shows that our technology is not new. Everything is recycled. And if you notice, he's holding a pine cone. And I talked about this in my Patreon video because there's so many ancient statues with pine cones that I showed in this video. And the pine cone symbolizes the pineal gland. This is why the word pine is in pineal. So if you guys are interested in that, I recommend you guys go watch this video on my Patreon. I showed a lot of information about the pineal gland and the brain. Another bird statue is this owl that they have at the Bohemian Grove. And they do some weird rituals out there. And here's the logo. As you can see, it's an owl. And they have 1933 on the bottom. I'm not surprised that his name is Birdman because if you really look at him and Bill Cosby, you can see that they literally look like birds. You know, their noses are so pointy like a hawk. So here's some interesting pictures of Bill Cosby where he looks like a bird. Last thing I want to talk about is Lil Wayne because this character is scripted to fake his death as well. First connection I found is the fact that Lil Wayne has a song called I Feel Like Dying. And the biggest connection of them all is the fact that his stage name Lil Wayne has the same gematria as killing in 3 ciphers. As you can see, they both equal 38, 115, and 43. Then he has an album called Funeral. So he's literally giving us a hint that he's going to die. And this is the original album cover for Funeral. And if you turn it upside down, it says Lil Wayne. So I put it side to side so that you guys can see the subliminal programming here. They purposely put Lil Wayne's name inverted with the word funeral. And you can only notice this if you flip his original album cover upside down. They do so much predictive programming, it's actually weird. Another connection is that his name is Lil Wayne, and Wayne equals 22, just like dead. And in 2013, he almost died due to seizures. And then in 2017, they said he was hospitalized again for seizures. He was having seizures because he OD'd. And that's predictive programming as well because that might be the way they remove his character from the world stage. Because as you guys can see, Lil Wayne is from Cash Money. And Cash Money has the same gematria as OD and seizure in 3 ciphers. And Lil Wayne has 5 albums called The Carter. And The Carter has the same gematria as seizure and OD. They all equal 40 in the same cipher. And in 2013, they were saying that he almost passed away from an OD. And his nickname Tunchi equals 35, just like OD. And he calls himself Lil Tunchi on Instagram. Lil Tunchi and Death Hoax have the same gematria of 157. So this is a direct connection to him faking his death. What are the chances that his Instagram name literally has the same gematria as Death Hoax? And recently he did this post and he was wearing a Colorado 17 jersey. And this was purposely done because kill equals 17. And some more predictive programming that they did was apparently Lil Wayne shot himself at the age of 12. and an officer came and saved his life. And not only is this predictive programming because he shot himself and almost died, but this is also predictive programming because recently the officer that saved his life died. And one of Lil Wayne's nicknames is Birdman Jr. and Kill equals 44, just like Birdman Jr. and The Carter. And he also has this mixtape called Valley of Death. Even his birthday is connected with death because, as you guys can see, he was born on September 27th, and they have the 27 Club with a bunch of death fakers. And I have videos on 2 of them. I exposed Jimi, Hendrix, and Amy Winehouse. So if you guys are interested in those, I'll link them in the description. Then we see that he was born in 1982, and 82 reversed is 28, and Kill equals 28. Then he has this album called Like Father, Like Son with Birdman, and there's a bunch of white doves in the photo, and white doves symbolize death. And Lil Wayne signed to Cash Money in 1995, and there's definitely going to be a death hoax with Cash Money because, as you guys can see, Cash Money and death hoax have the same gematria of 41 and 40. And Lil Wayne was scripted to be a rapper. This is why I tell you guys that they're just characters. They were created to do what they're doing. This is why this character's stage name has the same gematria as rapper, because he was created to be a rapper. He's not a real person. Then we see that he was even scripted to live in Louisiana because Lil Wayne and Louisiana have the same gematria in 2 ciphers. And notice how Louisiana equals 38, just like Killing and Lil Wayne. So even the place that he's from is scripted with the number 38. Now let's talk about all of the 9s connected to Lil Wayne, because 9 represents death. As you guys can see, 9 is the number that represents the finality of life and the beginning of life after death. This is why Jesus died on the cross at 3 p.m., which is the 9th hour of the day. So even Jesus' character was scripted to die on the 9th hour of the day because 9 represents the end. And ironically, Lil Wayne has an album cover where he's on the cross like Jesus. And his nickname Lil Weezy equals 99. So this character is heavily scripted to fake his death. He's even wearing a 99 jersey in plain sight in this video. And his real name, Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., has the gematria of 99 as well. So he has so many connections to 99. Even his birthday is 2 9s because September is the 9th month and he was born on September 27th. And 2 plus 7 is 9. So September 27th is basically 99. And shout out to Divine Sade because she's been pointing out how the number 99 is heavily connected to death fakers. Because recently we've seen Bob Barker faked his death at age 99. Betty White faked her death at 99. Prince Philip was 99 at his death. Billy Graham was 99. And Juice WRLD always had 999. As you can see, he's wearing a 999 sweater right here. And notice how it says Rituals. And his stage name Juice WRLD is 9 letters. And on Instagram, he has 999 in his name. And he faked his death in 2019. So that's another 9. Then there's this character, Cameron Boyce, who was born in 1999. So that's 3 9s again. And he died in 2019 as well. So clearly there's a connection between the number 9 and death. So this is why I believe one of these characters is going to fake their death, because not only does Lil Wayne connect to 99, but Bill Cosby equals 99, Bill equals 99, and Paul equals 99. Last thing I want to mention is this weird stage name that a lot of these rappers have nowadays, and it all came from Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne was one of the first rappers to have Lil in his name. And as you can see, the reason why they use the word Lil is because Lil equals 33 and 48, just like Masonry. And then we see that Lil and this fruity G word have the same gematria in all 4 ciphers. So this explains why many rappers with the name Lil promote the zesty agenda so much, because it's scripted with their name. And like I showed you guys earlier, his nickname Weezy matches up with his fruity G word with the number 15. So this character was scripted to push this agenda. And don't be surprised if he fakes his death, or if somebody from Cash Money fakes their death, because there's a lot of scripting with that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my Patreon. The links are in the description below. By the way, I will be doing a separate video exposing Lil Wayne and all of his characters, so stay tuned for that video. Last thing I want to show you guys is this video of DJ Paul admitting that his music is mind control.
Most of it's gonna be full of strength and, you know what I'm saying, power in it. It's real powerful. Man. Got some butt to it. Mind controlling, you know what I'm saying? That's why we call it hypnotizing mind.